Just briefly today, Bonsai by the Samurai, division of Cypress Lakes Bonsai Club, want to take you to the mountains. Today I want to show you how I constructed this mountain, and if you'll stay tuned till the end, you'll see some before shots. Today on Bonsai by the Samurai, I wanted to show you the undercarriage of my mountain here. I've even got a hole in it for drainage and a wire hole. The plan is to plant one of these little shimpaku junipers. And shimpaku is just another word for juniper into the side of the mountain. After testing the mountain in this tray that I also spray painted, I got it mounted up in the middle. The other container is for the other shimpaku. And over here I've got the wire in place now. Zoom in so you can see it. After a little struggle, I got the wires through and got a mesh screen down there to stop the soil from going through, and got this Red River rock from the D&L nurseries that's having the World Bonsai Day on May 11th in Ocala, Florida. So check my stats below and you will find a link to that. Here are the ingredients for the muck. We got sifted akadama, sphagnum moss, and potting soil that's been sifted to a fine. Here's what all three of them look like before we add the water, and then the moss. With the muck now in place, 1/4 inch deep all around the hole where the little juniper's going to go, got a lot left over for other projects. After cutting away a few long roots, this is the first view before I add more of the muck and then the moss. Well, we're going to do a little turn here so you can see the mountain with the little shimpaku planted in it. Not sure which is the best direction, but you can see my jury rig there on the turntable. Basically it's just a string, but I'm only going to do one time around. There we go. Another little aerial shot, a little close-up of the mountain. Let's swing around so you can see it at different angles. But it's got a drainage hole. It's got wire holding the plant in. We used the muck to go around it. And this is the finished product. The finished product. Yes, the finished product. And we don't want to drag on here. Well, here we go. Looking at the finished mountain. A few photographs of it just before I show you how I put it together. Here's that information on D&L Nursery, their Customer Appreciation Day on World Bonsai Day, May 11th. There at their address, and I'll show that a little bit later. Here's how it all started. With an old t-shirt, piece of styrofoam, a paper towel roll, a rock, and concrete overlapping it. And then different views of that. Made a pocket for the plant. It's got an actual rock on top, sitting on top of the paper towel holder. And it's got copper wires as a suspension going into the styrofoam. The first painting was to spray on black paint. And there's many other construction videos on YouTube already, so you can watch those, and usually they start with the darkest color and then go to the next color. Here we're adding brown, and it's the same brown as my deck. And you can see the black showing through there. I thought it was pretty nice at that stage. But Then I decided to add some red stain. I really have this thing about red bog iron and red rocks. And then some white ceiling paint to give it that snow look, but it was just too much. So I went back and added more red stain and left a few highlights of the white just for an effect. This is what we're trying to achieve with all this. So please like and share and subscribe so we can keep the content coming. And remember, World Bonsai Day, May 11th. And we'll go from there. Here's the address to D&L. And it's time to come to the end of the film. You have a nice day.